Hey guys, Des Asante here again from the Artist Promotion Blueprint, which is a Tech News Academy program that I've put together to help artists, bands, musicians promote themselves using modern sort of Web 2.0 internet marketing strategies to largely with very little cost promote yourself, gain a fan base, develop a fan base, build relationship with your prospects, and ultimately sell your music, your merchandise, and whatever else may be a part of your business as an artist. That's for those of you who don't know. For those of you who do, let's just jump right into it. Today I want to talk about a tool that I've been asked about quite a bit, because if you go to artistpromotionblueprint.com, you'll notice that I link to it. In fact, I'll show you right now. If you go to APB, you're going to see in the sidebar this link to Tweet Adder. And some people had been asking me a little bit about that, and if I could talk about it. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay. First of all, by all means, click there and go to the website. In fact, let's have a look at the site right now. This is Tweet Adder 3.0. This is something that I use. Now, one of the things that I discuss a lot in the Artist Promotion Blueprint is the concept of the need to be everywhere. You want to be wherever your potential fans are going to be hanging out. Whether that be Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on any of these other locations. If you've got videos, put them on Vimeo, put them on Vidler, put them all over the place. If you've got audio, get it in iTunes as a podcast. Get your records in iTunes to be purchased and downloaded. Get them on CD Baby. Get everywhere. If you are engaging in a lot of social media marketing, Twitter is definitely one place where you most likely already have a presence. Now, it can be a daunting task to sort of, if you're trying to do this be everywhere strategy, which incidentally is a term that I got from one of my mentors, who's a fellow by the name of Pat Flynn. He runs a blog called smartpassiveincome.com, and if you're interested in digging into these kind of strategies, these internet marketing kind of strategies, check out Pat's blog, man. The guy's a genius. Anyway, that aside, he sort of coined the phrase "be everywhere," and I think it's very, very relevant today to any kind of promotion, whether you have a business that sells physical products or an artist that sells your art, your music, what have you. Or maybe you're like me, you're a studio owner who sells your services as an engineer. These concepts can still apply. Okay, so one of the things that we need to do if we want to be everywhere is find tools that are going to help automate some of these processes to make it a little easier and more manageable time-wise to actually have a presence in all of these places. Tweet Adder is one of them. Let me walk you through how it works. In fact, I've got Tweet Adder open here. This is the application itself. Now, essentially what it does is it helps to automate your Twitter campaign. So it helps you in getting followers to follow you, so building your actual follower list. It helps you in scheduling tweets that can be drip-fed into your Twitter stream throughout the day or over the course of a week or whatever, so that you have a constant presence being updated on Twitter without necessarily needing to be on your phone tweeting all day long when you perhaps have other things to worry about, like writing music and practicing with the band and playing on stage and so on and so forth. So let me walk you through a few of the modules. It's very, very cool. You can set up multiple accounts if you have more than one Twitter account. I have my Tech News podcast account here that I use Tweet Adder to help me manage, and this is how it works. So in the first module here, we've got the, first I can pop that down. There's some general settings. I'm just going to leave that out for now. It's not all that interesting. Next thing in this first module is the search users to follow. So what I can do, I can have a list of people that I want the system to go out and follow. Now, I get that list by using search queries. So I can go into tweet search and I can type in keywords here. And then the system will go out and find people on Twitter that are using these keywords in their tweets or in their profiles. Okay, so the system will then go out and find all the people that are talking about, say, for example, Cubase, because that's something that I use and I speak about from time to time, or home recording or learn mixing, or any of these things that are relevant to what I talk about in my Twitter streams. So people that would potentially be a good match and want to actually read the tweets that I tweet into my stream. Okay, so the system will then go out and find all those people, and it will start to follow them one by one. You can search profile data. You can do based by location. You can follow users of a certain other user. So if there is maybe a competitor in your genre that has a big fan base, and you want to help, maybe get some of those people to notice you as well, you can have the system go out and follow their followers, which is kind of clever, kind of sneaky, right? Or people that are followed by a certain user. Okay, and then there's Twitter lists as well. You can follow certain lists that certain users have put together, because as you know, if you know much about Twitter, you can create lists of certain people that you follow to make it easier to navigate and keep the streams more relevant. So that's what the first module does. It will go out and find people based on your criteria that match your criteria, and it will start to follow them one at a time, so that not all at once, so you don't look like a robot, because really this is a robot. It's an example of a robot, but it'll follow them one at a time. And as you know, traditional etiquette on Twitter is when someone follows you, you're probably going to have a look at what they speak about, and maybe if it interests you, you'll follow them back. So this is the way that you acquire followers, by following other people. Now, if you get your ratio 2 out of whack, you're following 8 million people and only 3 people are following you, Twitter's going to red flag you and probably suspend your account or some other such repercussions. So there's a system in place that has the follow-unfollow rules of automation. So you can follow people and you can set your time delay, again, so that it doesn't look automated. So follow people between 3 and 5 minutes off this list. Every 3 to 5 minutes at a random interval, the system will follow another person, right? You can have follow back rules. So if a person, for example, does not follow you, let's see here, unfollow users. This is it right here. The follow back, sorry, is if someone follows you, you can have the system automatically follow them back, which is kind of cool. The unfollow users, which I keep automated, is if somebody does, if I follow you and you don't follow me back within, say, 3 days, in my case it's 3 days, right? Then the system will unfollow you. So it's to maintain that ratio of followers to following kind of thing, okay? And all of these things can be turned on or off. You can see that this is green, meaning the unfollow users protocol is active. It's being automated. I've turned off my following. I've got lots of followers now, and now I'm gonna proceed to grow my list, my followers naturally. I got my head start using the software, and then you can also automate your tweets. So you can sit here and you can spend an hour one day on the weekend or something and compose a whole bunch of tweets, put links to your blog posts, link out to cool stuff your followers might be interested in. Compose 100 of them, and then you can tell the system to post one out every, say, between hour and 2 hours, or every once a day or whatever. Maximum number of tweets per day. You can post them in a random order. You can even have them recurring, so that when it's gone through all 100 tweets or 50 tweets or whatever you had the time to write, it will start going back through them. Be careful about that, because people will start to see you're posting the same stuff over and over again. I had a bit of an issue with that before I knew any better, and a couple of my followers were, they expressed how annoying it was to get the same tweet every day. So be careful with that. You don't want to annoy people. You want to give value. That's the whole point about social networks, is to give, and people will begin to develop a respect for you and your brand, your personal brand. Okay. You can also have automated messages. So I have a thank you message that links to one of my blogs, that when someone does follow me, they get the thank you message, and it's automated. And that's basically the rules that you can set up with TweetAdder. Then you can go over to the overview page over here, and you can have an at-a-glance view with all your accounts. I only use this on one account, as to how many people are following you, how many followed you per day, how many you followed that day, all the things that are automated and what's not being automated, and it gives you a nice at-a-glance statistics. So hopefully you can see the use for such a tool. And again, it's just a tool to help you to automate and to be everywhere to the best of your ability within the time frame that your schedule permits, okay? Be careful not to abuse these tools. Don't be a spammer. That's a great way to lose fans and lose credibility. You want to do everything you do in the spirit of being giving, because if you proceed that way, you will grow loyal fans, and that's exactly what you want. So once again, for the Artist Promotion Blueprint, I'm Des Asante. Hope you dug that. Stick around, subscribe, and there is plenty more to come.